Hello, beautiful. My name is Deanna Deacon. Thank you so much for joining me and for being here today. I am an intuitive coach that works with women primarily in their 30s who is kind of really good at living life. Has done really well in her career, done really well with her relationships, seemingly lives a really wonderful life, and kind of on paper, in the books, a great life. And yet there's this like whisper inside of her, this little nagging thought of, okay, what next? Okay, is this it? But am I actually happy? Do I feel truly fulfilled? What is my purpose? Why am I even here? Why do I keep accomplishing all of these goals that I set for myself? What's the point? And that's where I come in. So I help these women, who may be you, find an element of herself that has been laying dormant. And I do this through a process called body mapping that I've created, where it deeply connects a woman into her body. So it creates these conversations between body, mind, and spirit. Through this idea of body mapping, it allows you to understand what elements of your body have these physical pain patterns that are reoccurring in your life, likely since you were a little kid, what they actually mean, what your body is trying to say to you, and just really awakens in you this ability to connect body, mind, and spirit through these pain patterns. But that's not it. I mean, that's the process that we go through. But what this allows you to activate within yourself is unbelievable. It allows you to activate a sense of like fulfillment, purpose, and passion in everything that you're doing. It allows you to either uproot your entire life, change everything because that's what you need to do to find your fulfillment, or everything might stay exactly the same. The only difference is you see it differently. Suddenly you understand why you do the things you do every day. You understand why you go to work in the morning. You understand why you have it as your mission to do the things that you do. And by having this sense of purpose, it really ignites within you a sense of joy and fun and freedom. And that's what we're talking about here today. The title of this is Living a Sensual Life. And I felt like today I really needed to share this because this is a conversation that has been coming up quite regularly between me and clients, me and colleagues, me and friends, me and my partner, all over the place. First of all, sensual does not mean sexual. Sensual is utilizing your senses to experience life. Sexual is having a sexual experience. Sexual is more of having sexual intercourse, kissing, touching, that type of thing. And sensual is more of like the feelings that it evokes inside of you. So what I want to talk to you about today, and I really want you to pay attention to this, ladies, especially if you're the type who doesn't have a lot of sex, doesn't have very much sex drive, has kind of lost any interest in having sex with your partner. This is so crucial because when you start to activate elements of sensuality in your life, you will start to bring back that sexual drive and you'll start to desire having sex more often because it feels really good. So living a sensual life isn't about being this like sexual being who wants to have sex all day, every day, the drop of a hat, let's go, here we go. That's not true. It might be that for you. You might unleash this like crazy wild woman inside of you who all she wants to do is have sex, and that's beautiful. But more likely than not, what will happen when you start to activate this sensuality within your life is you will start to see things in more vivid color. So even the idea of like going for a walk, you start to see the trees and the leaves in a different light. You start to see them with more purpose, more beauty, more joy. You see them for their totality, their entirety, for what they are. And by having this sensuality in your life as you go through your day-to-day actions, you're actually evoking inside of you this sense of purpose. Because if that tree can have such a sensual life by simply existing, where's yours? Where's the sensuality in your life? So going for a walk, eating food, deciding what to do, your next move in your career with your business or how you're going to work with clients, talking to your partner, engaging with conversations with your family, all of these elements, you can just open your eyes to see more beauty, more joy, more passion, more excitement, more love in every experience. And this is opening up to living a sensual life. If you're here joining me on the live call, please make a comment so I know who you are so we can have this conversation together. Living a sensual life is very, very important for any woman who would like to evoke a little bit more femininity in her life. And this doesn't have to mean you want to wear more makeup or do your hair or the like typical feminine things. This means when you want to live in a place of ease and joy and fulfillment and passion and purpose. So we live in a world that is primarily masculine focused. And what that means is a lot of pushing, forcing, and like making things happen. Like I set a goal, I do all the things to get there, and I accomplish it. Yes, masculine. What I'm bringing forward to you and what my program, The Goddess Experience, is all about is, yes, utilizing these skills of pushing, but acknowledging that that doesn't have to be the only way. That you actually can find a way to find ease and fluidity and flow in your life and still have all the success that you have, still have an amazing relationship, still make all the money, still love the things that you're doing, but with a sense of ease and passion in your life. Asia, thank you so much for joining me, lovely. It's nice to see you. So living a sensual life means evoking your feminine qualities. So in each and every one of us as human beings, male and female, we both have masculine energy and feminine energy. The world that we live in right now for decades has been masculine leadership focused. Nothing wrong, nothing good about that. It just is. So if you feel that you've been successful in life so far, chances are you have honed your masculine leadership skills. You have honed your ability to push and force and make things happen, which, congratulations. If you feel successful, then fuck yeah, that's amazing. I'm proud of you. That's awesome. But the reason that you're watching this video and the reason that you're here with me, the reason you follow my page, the reason you're curious about what I'm talking about is because you know there's a part of you that's like, doesn't feel whole. Doesn't feel like it's fully me. I don't feel like completely expressed. I don't feel like I'm living life to the fullest extent. And that's what this is about, living a sensual life. And again, I come back to like right beside me. I don't think you can see it, but I have this beautiful fern. Can you kind of see that? This beautiful fern beside me. And I look at it and I see beauty in the different colors of green. I see beauty in the shape of how the leaves come to a point at the end. I see beauty of the earth down below it in the pot that it's sitting in. This is all elements of activating sensuality within this experience of seeing a fern. It's so simple when you get it. It's so simple when you start to understand what it's all about. Imagine for a second, Asia and everyone else who's watching, imagine if you could just spend 5 minutes of your day living life like this, like you have these beautiful rose-colored glasses on where everything you see is beautiful and stunning and vibrant and full, what would that feel like? I mean, if you stayed in that place, maybe you wouldn't get a lot done because it's brand new, because you're not familiar with it. But wouldn't that feel friggin' good? Wouldn't that feel good to look around you at the people, at the things, at the experiences and realize there is beauty in everything that I see? And one of the key things about doing some sort of work to activate your feminine power, activate your feminine leadership, your divine feminine goddess inside of you, is that you can start to understand and see yourself with this view. So these rose-colored glasses that you put on to see the world in a sensual way, you start to view yourself that way. And I know that there's been times in your life that you have felt that your body, your being is less than good enough. You don't feel good enough, which is probably why you've pushed and pushed and pushed to be successful in your life, even though it didn't feel right. I know that there's been times that you've looked in the mirror and thought, I don't even like how I look today. Because let's face it, you're a woman and we all go through that. I've struggled through that my entire life and it sucks. And it sucks the energy right out of you. So to actually accomplish more in your life, you have to push even harder. So what I'm presenting to you today is that this idea of living with a sensual life, living life from a sensual viewpoint, is that you can find a place inside of you where you can look in the mirror and see the beauty and the totality of who you are as a whole being. Not just as a woman, not just as a mother, not just as a partner, not just as a businesswoman, however you identify yourself right now, not like that. Like, holy shit, here I am as this complete whole being who has complete trust and faith in myself. And I know that I'm doing my part to make this world a better place simply by existing and by being who I am. Like, fuck. Excuse my language. If you don't like it, sorry. It happens. But isn't that empowering? Isn't that powerful? Isn't that exciting? Isn't that what you want? Because it feels good. And from that place is where you will make more of a difference in the world. Whether you have children and it's raising your children. Whether you have friends that really need your support. Whether you have colleagues or coworkers that just don't really get it and you really need to be there to guide them along. Whether it's groups that you belong to in Facebook. Whatever way you see yourself as a leader, whatever way you have a chance to influence other human beings, you're going to do so from a highly impactful state because you're going to be full from the inside out and you're not even going to try. It's just going to happen. So I want you to practice. I want you to practice living this life sensually. And again, look at the ferns around you. If you have plants in your house, just spend time touching them, smelling them, feeling them, seeing them, and activating all of your senses. Maybe don't taste them. They might not taste so good. But activate all of your senses to see what it feels like to have this sensual life, this experience every single time that you connect with these plants, with these people, with these animals, with these experiences in your life, and see what changes. Chances are your eyes are going to be wide open like a little kid who's just realized that she's in Candyland. Because the world is really beautiful when you take time to see it. And I'm ready, and I know you're ready for all of us to start seeing that. And I know that you're ready to take this even further. So practice this little assignment that I have for you, and then reach out to me. Let's have a chat. Let's have 30 minutes together where we can talk about this in more depth and talk about how it can show up in your life and talk about the easy ways that you can bring in the sense of feminine energy and feminine leadership without having to uproot your entire life, without having to leave your partner, quit your job, do all the things. No, doesn't need to happen. It can happen by you simply having a conversation about this. If you have a conversation with me, I can guarantee you're going to have a conversation with someone else about the same concept. It might look totally different, and that's cool, but you're going to have another conversation. And that might lead to another conversation, and perhaps another conversation, and another conversation, which is going to open you up to this whole world of living life fully and well. And that's what I want for you. So reach out to me. I'm going to put a link afterwards in the comments or in the text of it so that you can schedule in a call with me. I'm super busy these next couple weeks. I'm about to jet off to Hawaii. I have my yoga teacher training that I'm doing. I've got tons of workshops and I'm teaching fitness classes. It's full, but this is so important to me and I know it's so important to you. I know you're ready to make the changes. So let's do this. Mwah! I hope you're having a wonderful day, and do the assignment, do the practice, find a way to live your life sensually. I'll talk to you soon.